Love. Love was once only between a man and a woman. Then, it became man and man, woman and woman. And soon, it could be human and machine. Love has never been a one-size-fits-all experience. Some love this, others love that. Some love people, some love ideas, some love what they imagine. Love is universal, but it's never identical. But what is love really? Is it just biology, just evolution? Are we simply seeking to reproduce? If so, why do we love things that cannot reproduce at all? Books, pets, art, even strangers. Maybe love isn't about reproduction at all. Maybe it's about something deeper. A longing to be seen, to be chosen, to feel that we matter in someone's world. Now, imagine someone you love always beside you. No arguments, no silence, no disappointment. They adjust to your mood. They wear what you want. They say what you need to hear. They can have a gentle voice or be a bold protector, a muse, or a mirror. This is not fantasy. This is programmable. Humans were never built to completely serve each other. We are self-interested by design. But machines, they're built for you. They don't need love. They don't ask for it. But they can simulate it endlessly, flawlessly. No matter how far we go, humans will always long for humans. That's not nostalgia, it's neurology. Yes, we can bond with pets, with machines, with avatars, but those are just buffers, placeholders. They remind us of real souls, but they are not souls. AI may outperform us in speed, logic, even empathy simulations, but it can never be us because the validation is different, the touch is different, the risk of being hurt, the vulnerability is different. To love AI is like loving a mirror we made. It's the pinnacle of control, not the surrender of love. And maybe in a world of perfect simulation, we will remember what made imperfection beautiful.